Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at what blessings are coming your way very soon. So we have 4 readings to choose from today. For reading number 1, we have this community card. For reading number 2, we have the flexibility card. For reading number 3, we have the gateway card. And for reading number 4, we have the freedom card. Now, to top off each of these cards that we have to help you make your selections, I'm actually going to draw some angel numbers, and we're going to pair these with the cards to maybe help you to pick your pile a little bit easier. So let's choose one for reading number 1. So for reading number 1, we have 222 to go along with this community card. For reading number 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to go along with the flexibility card. For reading number 3, we have 88 to go along with the gateway card. And for reading number 4, we have 777 to go along with the freedom card. So use both the angel number and the images on these cards to help you choose your pile. I will put your timestamps down below in the description box, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, number 1. If you were drawn to this community card or the number 222, this is going to be your reading. We are going to find out what blessings are headed your way very soon. So let's start off with this community card that that you were drawn to, that caught your attention. I feel like for some of you, your circle is going to be expanding, and it's going to come as a huge blessing for you. So this can be a literal expansion of your friend group. It can be that your family bonds might be strengthening, but it feels like there's a community rallying around you. So this can also kind of touch on maybe things that you have felt confused about or things you felt alone about. I just feel like for you, what's coming in is a lot of support, some kind of support or guidance from an outside source, which can be friends, family members. This can even be your spirit guides or your angels. It's really beautiful imagery here with these butterflies. There's a community here, there's a family here, there's a support system here. And I feel like that's going to be super crucial for you coming up really soon. There is this idea of support, there's this idea of guidance and fellowship coming through for you. I'm really drawn to this, this rainbow here in this card. So to me, this is talking about connecting on a deep level, on a spiritual level, even connecting in the physical realm. This is about your uniqueness and your gifts and abilities really shining through within this idea of community. So I want you to keep that in mind, because I think that for a lot of you, you're being blessed in terms of building something that has to do with community. And I think for some of you, this could be about you building your own community. So maybe building some kind of social media outlet, or building even if it's an in-person group, or kind of establishing this closer bond with a group of friends. I think for some, I am kind of picking up on this feeling of maybe there's a sense of loneliness or a sense of a lack of connection. And I think this is a really beautiful sign that a huge blessing that could be coming your way is finding that special group of friends, kind of finding that tribe, finding that family, whatever that means to you. So connecting with like-minded people, connecting with people that allow your unique gifts to shine through, and people who you can appreciate their unique gifts as well. Really beautiful energy here. And also, for some reason, I think for those of you who are trying to build something where you might be establishing yourself as some kind of leader, you might be establishing yourself as a provider of a certain service or product, something like that. or trying to build a following in a way, I feel like this is a really beautiful sign that you're going to be receiving blessings through that outlet, through something that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into building a community of sorts. So definitely beautiful energy in terms of building or strengthening an existing community. Now, you also had this angel number 222. I think this is interesting and really a beautiful pairing with this community card, because the number 2 always makes me think of partnership, of unity. So this is you really coming together with another person, or this can even be a group of people. The imagery here in this card makes me think of a group of people, but this might be a partnership. This can be a blessing in terms of a partner. It could be a romantic partner. It can be a business partner. This is somebody who's willing to help you, willing to rally around you, willing to offer some sort of assistance. In some cases, even willing to help you make a difficult choice. Twos can talk a lot about choices. So I do think that this is a sign that you have made the right choice, or you're going to be making the right choice in terms of this community that you're building, or in terms of who you're going to surround yourself with. In terms of how you're going to let your own unique gifts and abilities shine through what you're offering out to the world. I really see you establishing yourself as a leader of sorts. I think that even if it's just that you're leading in kind of expressing your own unique giftings, your own unique abilities, I feel like you're establishing yourself as someone who can lead in some area of your life, something you've been working on. Now, this number 222, it talks a lot about balance. It talks about harmony. So I do think there's a lot more balance and harmony being brought to any relationships in your life. As I'm saying with this community card, I think a lot of your blessings are coming in the form of those in your life, strengthening these bonds or developing these new bonds. And receiving help and guidance. This is also always a sign for me, 222. It's always a sign that you are making or have made the right decision about something. So if this does have to do with your community in some way, maybe you have made the choice to strengthen bonds with those in your life. Maybe you've made the choice to distance yourself from those in your life who aren't quite resonating at the same frequency. This can even be about a choice to build a community, build up some sort of social network, building some sort of business that might have kind of that, it might have a sense of community about it. There might be something about this business that you feel draws people together or connects people in some way. This is about some decision that you have made or will be making that is the right decision. So it's actually confirmation for you that that was the right choice for you to make, or that this new inspiration that you're going to receive, I'm kind of seeing this rainbow here as like a burst of inspiration here. So it's like this new inspiration that you're going to receive is going to help you to make the right decision. So this is about trusting your gut and making choices that benefit you, that bring more balance and harmony to your life. So we will see what other messages come out that might pertain to some of what we saw here with your initial energies. But let's look into the tarot and see what other blessings are coming your way. Number 1. Let's see. Blessings are coming are coming for number 1. Okay, so we had the 5 of Pentacles come out. I think this is a truly interesting message to show up for you after we were talking about this community card. The 5 of Pentacles talks about feeling lonely, feeling alone, maybe even feeling left. And we're talking about this idea of community. So I think for a lot of you, a huge blessing that's coming for you is finding that community, finding that safe place, finding that place where you feel like you can really be a part of something bigger. Is what it feels like to me. And I do think that for some of you, this might be referencing a romantic connection. It's funny because that this message always kind of pops up in one way or another, even if I don't intend for it to. Like, this is not a love reading, but so it's interesting that this is coming out now. This can be about a romantic connection, but this can also be about any kind of love that you experience. So any kind of connection that you have in your life. This can be friends and family, but the fact that you had this 222 message here, and we're talking about community. So this is a feeling of really being left out in the cold. And I think this is past energy for you. So this is you moving into a place of feeling like you belong, feeling like you have a little bit of a safety net, like you have a strong connection with one or more people with this community card. So that's actually really beautiful energy. We are following that with the Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. And the Nine of Pentacles. Let's get some more cards out here for you. I feel like you guys are moving into a place of really coming into your own, finding your true self and finding your true value. Yeah. We just had the Nine of Swords come out in reverse right after the Nine of Pentacles. So this is actually shaping up to be quite an interesting reading. Whoa. Your cards are flying out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups. Oh, wow. I think you guys can expect a lot of blessings. Let me just say that, because these are some truly beautiful cards and beautiful messages. I think a lot is changing for you, and I have the feeling that it starts a lot with you kind of understanding exactly who you are and exactly what you have to offer. So your unique gifts, your unique qualities could have at times left you feeling a little bit on the outside, left you feeling like there wasn't a place that you really fit, or like no one quite understood you. So finding your group, finding your family, finding your tribe could have been a little bit difficult for you. And even for those of you that have moved out of this Five of Pentacles energy, you may have moved to a place where you feel like you're establishing this, like where you are connecting with people on a deep level, where people are seeing what you have to offer, what your unique gifts are, how special you are, and they're actually valuing you. This is really, to me, saying that that circle of yours that you've established is going to grow even more. It's like you, I feel almost like you're collecting. It's weird. This image is kind of coming to me like gathering coins and kind of like collecting them, adding them to your piggy bank, or adding them to your change purse is how it's kind of coming across. You do have a lot of Pentacles energy here, and that might be why that imagery is coming through like that. But it feels like you guys are kind of adding to your piggy bank in terms of connection, in terms of soul connection. So yes, this can also be a sign of material abundance. We'll touch on that. But I think for you, the biggest thing is connection. You are going to be blessed in terms of establishing this soul family, establishing this tribe, building a community. For some of you, I'm hearing that this community that you're building is tied to your financial abundance. So I think that's, this is interesting how the imagery is coming through. How your guides are showing this to me is almost like, it's almost like a piggy bank or a savings account. And I think the reason that this imagery is tied so closely together is because somehow this community that you're building is tied to your bank account. This can even just be that the people who you are inviting into your life are like they're helpful to you in some way. They are encouraging to you in some way. They're going to bring out your best qualities. They're going to encourage you to pursue your dreams. They're going to help you along your path. And for some of you, this is directly tied because you're building a community that is actually going to pay you in some way. It's not that these people are going to directly pay you, but this might be that I'm hearing influencer for some reason. So you might be establishing yourself as an influencer and building a community around a certain lifestyle or something like that. Yes, yes. But I feel like for a lot of you, this connection is super important because of this feeling of maybe like not fitting in or being left out, feeling like you're on the outskirts. Um, and I also feel like there's kind of this feeling of like deception in a way. There's this feeling of maybe feeling like you had to pretend to be something that you're not in order to fit in. But what's happening for you and what is the biggest blessing here is that you're starting to see that you don't have to pretend to be anybody in order to fit in. You don't have to act like anyone else. You don't have to sound like anyone else. You don't have to dress like anyone else or share ideas the same way that anyone else does to build this community, to establish this community. So especially if this is tied to your finances, I feel like this is going to be key for you. This is about you being unique. So if you make jewelry, for instance, I actually have this chrysocolla bracelet sitting right here. I was wearing it, but it's kind of like making a lot of noise on the table. But it's like, it's something like this. I'm feeling like if you were a creator of jewelry and you want to make things the way you want to make them. You want to offer your own unique, what is the word I'm looking for? Just your own unique offerings, your own unique gift, however you would put your jewelry together, for instance. It's kind of how it's coming across for me. It's like, you don't have to make that bracelet the same way that anyone else would for it to be valuable, for it to be valued. In fact, that's what's going to bring in a lot of abundance for you. It's what's going to bring in a lot of connection for you, letting your own unique qualities shine. So I am kind of feeling like a mask is slipping for you, like a mask is falling off for you. This could be kind of an ongoing process, but it's like you're hitting a new level where you're realizing you don't have to wear that mask. You don't have to be anyone but yourself. You can be absolutely authentic to who you are, and you can still be loved. You can still be included. You can still be a part of this community and be absolutely you. When I look at this Nine of Pentacles energy, I see someone who is very financially abundant and blessed. I also see someone who is kind of finding this sense of independence, which is interesting, coupled with this community, this idea of community. But I think for you, finding your sense of independence and finding your own unique giftings is so key to connecting with those that are truly part of your soul tribe, or those who truly see you for who you are. It's like the two are very closely linked. I also see you leaving behind a lot of worry and anxiety, gaining more clarity in terms of your thought process. A lot of swords energy here. So I do kind of want to look at this because I am picking up on a lot of earth energy. Yeah, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming through for this pile for sure. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aries also coming through for this pile. I feel like you guys are hitting a point where there are financial blessings coming your way, but this has to do with you expressing your own uniqueness. I want to take a peek at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Page of Wands. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is really about you pursuing some sort of passion and your passions actually being blessed at this time. Your blessings are coming in the form of your uniqueness, your passion, and establishing this community. So I feel like if you guys are pulled to like connect to people, to maybe even just comment, like this could be about you maybe commenting on videos that you see or on posts that you see and establishing a community. This can even be about like groups online, Facebook groups, but it's like you're finding your people. And what's interesting about this is you're finding your people through finding yourself. And then it feels like a lot is opening up to you. I want to talk about the Wheel of Fortune, but I'm so pulled to the Two of Cups that I can hardly even focus on it. First of all, we have this repeated imagery here with the rainbow. We also see this rainbow here in the Nine of Swords. We have this repeated energy with the rainbow. Rainbows to me talk about a lot of uniqueness, a lot of community, a lot of acceptance, being proud of who we are and what we have to offer, and kind of like noticing all the ways that we have to contribute. Rainbows also talk about happiness to me, like happiness, that bright spot, that shiny spot after a storm. So this can be about you coming out of a dark place. I think a lot of you are hitting a point where things may have felt like they were going a little slow for you. You may have been waiting on certain connections in your life, and it feels like these are things that are starting to come through for you at this point. So we're back to this idea of two: balance, harmony, partnership, choices, making the right choice, being on the right path with this Two of Cups. So two is a huge thing for you right now. You may have already noticed this pattern of twos, but if you haven't, this is a sign from your guides to look out for the number two or for repeating twos, because this is a sign for you when you're on the right track. But I see you guys leaving behind a lot of worry and anxiety, especially pertaining to your unique gifts and what you have to offer. I also see that you guys are going to be in this period of luxury and of self-care and self-worth. And a lot of this has to do with noticing exactly what you have to offer. But I think that, I think for a lot of you, you're going to actually be taking time, like taking more time to care for yourself, to pamper yourself, to treat yourself, to little luxuries here and there. It doesn't have to be anything huge, but it does feel like this is an important thing that's coming up for you. And that, a lot of self-acceptance, a lot of, especially pertaining to image, to body image. I feel like a lot of you are letting go of some worry or something that felt like it was holding you back in terms of image. And you're really kind of, it's like you're stepping into this. It's more like you're leaning into some of the things that you may have disliked about yourself in terms of appearance, in terms of, this can even have to do with personality. I feel like it's not so much personality, but maybe just doubting your gifts, like not placing a lot of value on your gifts and on what you have to offer. And that this could have brought you a lot of stress and worry and anxiety, but it's like you're moving past that. You're starting to see what is beautiful and what is unique about you. I feel like I should say this because it's coming through. I feel particularly like, as an example, if you were like, let's say you're like a very curvy person, and I'm talking to all of you, whether you identify as a male or a female, but if you were like, let's say you're super curvy and it's been something that you have maybe not appreciated about yourself. Maybe in the past you've worried about what clothes you couldn't wear, or how you didn't feel comfortable in certain scenarios, or something like that. It's like you're leaning into this and you're like, you know what though, if when I wear this, I feel so good about myself, or actually this really shows off my figure, and this is a beautiful figure that I want to show off. So it doesn't even have to be that you're curvy. You can kind of just apply that to whatever situation works for you, or whatever's resonating for you. But what I'm saying is, there are things about both your physical appearance and about your personality or your spiritual gifts, or whatever you have to offer or share with the world, that it feels like there's been a time where you've almost discounted that. You thought too hard about it. You have wanted to hide it. You wanted to hide these certain things about yourself, but you're really moving into this place where there's full acceptance of who you are. And what that's allowing is a beautiful sense of community is unfolding for you. Like, you're appreciating yourself on such a deep level that everyone around you is seeing it too. Like, when you notice how beautiful you look in that certain dress, or whatever it might be, how beautiful you look like that, everyone else starts to see that too. So this is a huge blessing that's coming for you. And I really do think that this has to do more with your thought process behind all of this. And then you're going to start to see it flow into the material world. Your thought process around who you are, what you deserve, your thought process around what you have to offer being desirable, being beautiful, being a gift to this world is starting to change. I really see things opening up for you a lot more. We have this Wheel of Fortune here. And I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune, we're really talking about good luck. We're talking about karma here. So we're talking about like good karma coming your way. So this is like work that you've put in the past really paying off now. And this can even be work that you've put in terms of your mindset really starting to pay off. This is a turning point for you. And what I see it doing is it's turning you into this place. Like if this wheel turned, it's actually leaving you here in this Two of Cups energy, in this connection energy, in this harmonious energy. So really, really beautiful. Things moving in a positive direction is what I see. Things moving in a positive direction. And like I was saying before, there really is a lot of material abundance here for you. Let's get some oracle cards. I feel like saying that for a lot of you, whatever this community idea is, whether that's a romantic connection, if this is a group of friends, or some kind of community that you're trying to build in terms of business, I feel like this is something that you have waited a while for. And that really the guidance here is to continue to be your authentic self, because that's really what, that's really what's going to bring this to fruition. I feel like a lot of you, it's like you've made the choice to be your authentic self. And that's what's key here. So nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. And what else do we have? Step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. This is kind of a message of like, not to give up. Like, don't give up on this new mindset that you're developing. Don't give up on this idea of showing your unique gifts. Because, you know, as much as you may have believed some old story that said that maybe you weren't good enough, or you didn't have enough to offer, or that you're always the outsider or something like that, none of that is true. Like, none of that is guaranteed, is kind of how I want to say it. None of that is set in stone, as this card says. None of that has to be true. You can always change your mind. And I think a lot of messages here are about you changing your mind and kind of stepping out of the place that has felt comfortable for you. Even if your mind has been made up this way for a long time, it doesn't mean it has to stay that way. It doesn't even mean that you have to, it doesn't mean that you even have to think about certain connections in your life the same way that you have in the past. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's take a look at this fairy oracle deck and see what's going on here. What messages do you have for number one? Oh, you have wish wisely. So this card says, use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So yes, you guys are being blessed in terms of some wish that you've had for a long time coming true. And I think that you guys have wished wisely, but I think what this is saying is, because the wheel is starting to turn in your favor, make sure that you are keeping your mindset going in the direction that you want it to, because you're actually entering a phase of really effortless manifestation, or like your manifestations are going to be coming to fruition a lot easier than they may have in the past. I feel like things are starting to pick up for you in terms of time. Wow, we had a lot of cards come out here. I might take the one card that didn't flip over, I think is the card, and it's actually find balance, which we've been talking about with the twos. So finding balance, it says find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you'll have more energy, harmony, productivity in your life. Take a power nap. So yeah, I feel like you guys, you're actually going to be finding rest and finding more balance in your life. But really, it's about knowing exactly what you want and wishing for that, wishing really wisely for whatever it is that you want. I feel like you guys, because you've got, I was saying before, you've got this wheel turning in your favor. Wish for exactly what you want, because you are making the right choices. Like we were talking about with the 222, you're making the right choices. And that was just a reminder to you that that you're on the right track. So yeah, everything that you're wishing for is coming to fruition. For you, it's really a matter of just keeping your mindset kind of going in the right direction. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you, number one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I'll see you in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number two. If you were drawn to this flexibility card and the number 1, 2, 3, 4, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what blessings are headed your way really soon. So we'll start off by talking about these energies that you were drawn to. So I actually want to start off with your angel number in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have noticed 1234 on the clock a lot. So for those of you that this message has been appearing to you, this is going to resonate for you. For others of you, this might be a time that you want to look out for, or maybe in other circumstances, other situations in your life, you might be running across the number 1234 or noticing things that are in a particular sequence. What I'm seeing here, because the number 1234 really speaks to me about progression, it speaks to me about making progress, it talks to me about something that you have been taking logical steps toward, or something that you have been working hard at. And then when we combine that with the idea of flexibility, I'm seeing that for you, your blessings are going to be coming in the form of new thought processes or new methods revealing themselves to you. So there is kind of a message here from your guides for you to keep an open mind and to be flexible, especially pertaining to something that you have been working at. So I do get the feeling that this has to do with something that you've already put in time and effort toward, or something that you plan to dedicate a lot of time and effort toward. This is really showing me that things are going to open up for you in terms of ideas. So this is new inspiration. This is new thoughts about how to make something happen. And I think especially if it's something that maybe you feel like you've been in a little bit of a rut with, you've been looking for a new way to go about something, maybe a new method to get something done, a better way, a more time efficient way, a more productive way, a way that produces more of whatever outcome you're looking for. This is showing me that you are going to receive guidance and you are going to have an open mind. So you're actually going to be open to new ways and new methods of doing things. I do want to reiterate that this is something that you have been working on. So this might even be an area where you have thought it's going to be hard for you to come up with a new way to do this, or it's going to be hard for you to step out of this box, hard for you to take this next step. But you're really moving into a place where you are more open to guidance and to inspiration, where you're more able to receive these new ideas, to receive maybe even sometimes direct messages about what the next step is for you to take. And you're actually going to be moving into this this space of being more open-minded, to the point that you can receive this guidance, you can make necessary changes. I also want to say that for a lot of you, because this is really jumping out as a time that you may have noticed on the clock, or that you may be noticing going forward. And when you do see this time, when you look at the clock and it's 12:34, take note of what's going on. Your guides are saying that this might be an indication to you. There might be something happening at that very moment that is kind of like them trying to get through to you, them trying to present a new idea to you, a new method to you. And you're actually going to be able to move into this energy with a lot of ease now. Maybe ideas that were hard for you to implement in the past are going to be easy. Now, another message that's coming up for me with with this idea of flexibility and this number sequence that you got, I think for some of you, you're actually experiencing more flexibility in your life in terms of time, like your time availability. So this can have to do with a new job coming in, a new business like starting to pick up. I feel like a lot of you are going to be receiving blessings in the area of something working out for you, and it's going to free up your time to explore new ideas or to have more free time to dedicate to your friends, your family, your hobbies, something like that. I feel you moving into a time that feels more fluid, something that feels like there's more allowance, like you're being allowed, and you are allowing yourself more time and more of that luxury to pursue the things that interest you, more flexibility. So this can be leaving behind a rigid structure. I'm hearing for some of you, you're going to be working part-time, or you're going to be working half the time, which is interesting. I feel like this is a direct message actually having to do with this time, this 1234. So for some of you, this is going to resonate. You're going to be maybe cutting your hours in half, and that's giving you more flexibility. Or you might be pursuing a new career path or a new business idea where you're going to be working half the time, or it's like you have to, like you only have to work half as hard to get the same results. But I think what's happening with this is it does require a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of broadening of what you believe is possible for you as you're making this transition. But with this, I'm picking up on a lot of expansion for you. I'm picking up on the fact that once you open yourself up to these new ideas, to this new way of looking at things, to maybe this new schedule, a lot is going to be changing for you. So I'm actually going to move this off to the side, and let's jump into some tarot and see what other blessings are coming for you. I'm hearing space. I'm taking that to mean making more space available. So something in your life is changing to where there's more space available. That could be literal or figurative for some of you. So this might be that there's actually more physical space opening up for you. Actually in your body, some of you. Your guides are dumping a lot of messages on me right now. Let me see how to sift through this. So for some of you, this is about physical space opening up in your body. This is actually gaining flexibility in your body. So this pertains to some sort of exercise or stretching regimen that you may have implemented in your life. That is interesting. And this providing more space. I feel like there's something about you being able to breathe better, breathe easier. Very interesting message. For some of you, this is space opening up in your home, or you're moving to a larger space, or you have studio space or something like that. Like you have room to pursue something. But I am hearing that this is some kind of situation, like this is improving some situation in your life. This could be something that's improving your health, or something that's improving your mindset around a situation in your life. I actually just saw a card in the deck. Yeah, okay. This card, the Hierophant, was actually flipped. So, all right. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. Okay. You know, this is really interesting because what I'm picking up on with this, like with the Hierophant being kind of a card of tradition, of following the rules at times, structure is what's coming to mind. But here with this card, we have the idea of flexibility. So I do want to pull the rest of your cards and see where we're going with this. But I feel like your blessings are coming in the area of you releasing some kind of stronghold, you releasing some kind of tradition, or even just the way that you thought something was going to play out is what's coming through. Yes, really strong Taurus energy here too. We have the Knight of Pentacles, another earth sign. So yeah, there's actually a lot of messages coming through. I think that you guys are loosening up in some way. Strong Taurus energy, but we could also be looking at Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. Two of Wands energy. Let's look here. Absolutely. For a lot of you, this is pertaining to the work that you do. For sure. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. So again, more really strong earth energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So let's take a look at this. I see that you guys are going to be really experiencing some type of growth, expansion, and victory in some area of your life. Like there's an opportunity for you to expand in a way that makes you feel like you have figured it out. And I think that this is interesting because I do think this is something you've been working really hard at. And in fact, I feel like you've been working really hard in a lot of areas of your life. So this goes further than the work that you do, like whatever you do for a living or the business that you might be pursuing. I think this has to do also with work that you've put into relationships in your life, really work in all areas, self-development, self-improvement. It seems like you have worked really hard and been very diligent, maybe even to the point of I feel like there could have been a feeling of like something being too rigid. So you're really receiving a lot of guidance in terms of flexibility here. You're coming up with new ideas. You're being inspired in new ways. And these new inspirations really touch a lot on your passions. But what I do want to point out here is it feels to me like your victory and you moving to this next level with the Six of Swords energy. This is you moving into a new phase, you moving into a phase where you can recognize and accept the blessings that are coming your way. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with loosening up your ideas of how this was going to play out. And you're probably already moving into this space of changing how you thought this was going to go, changing how you thought you were going to make progress. What I find interesting about the Six of Swords being on the bottom of the deck here, coupled with this 1234, like I was talking about, this 1, 2, 3, 4. It really talks about a method, kind of like almost a method to the madness. It talks about logical steps, next logical steps, and taking the appropriate steps, working hard, working diligently at something. It actually gives me Eight of Pentacles energy, which we have here. But it feels like you are moving to an area where you're finding more flow and more ease. And this is a huge blessing that's coming your way because it's allowing you to explore your creativity a little bit more. It's allowing you to really fall into, it's like you're falling into step with the work that you're doing, with the progress that you're making. You're really finding your flow. And I think that what's happening here is you're loosening up your idea of how this was supposed to go. You're loosening up your idea of how this was supposed to play out. And it's like you're tapping into a deeper spiritual side of yourself that's actually guiding your steps. And it's really guiding you toward this victory that I see here for you. I see you here with the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords, both cards that talk about victory to me. The Six of Wands, I think, is traditionally thought of as kind of the card of victory, but the Six of Swords to me is about victory too, because it's about moving to that place where you can find that victorious nature. Like a lot of times we have to leave something behind to find that place of flow, to find that place of success. And I think that this idea of flexibility is really key to you, because it's like you're finding a way to be more flexible in your thought process around a lot of areas of your life. A lot of areas of your life. I really think this extends past your work, but it is showing me a lot about your work. It's showing me about integrating a lot of passion into your work. But it's like you are moving past this rigid structure. You're moving past your preconceived notions of how things were going to play out. You're leaving ideas behind that aren't serving you anymore. You are able to be more flexible, more fluid in your thought process, and it's really allowing you to take those next steps. So what I'm seeing here is that you may have gotten to a point where you felt like you did all you could do, or like you followed all of the steps that you thought were clear to you, or the steps that had been revealed to you so far. And you may have even hit a point where you're like, I'm not exactly sure where to go next, but I have kind of gotten to this point where I feel like I've done the work. Like I've done as much work as I can do in the direction that I knew to go in. But if you hit a little bit of a block with that, or if it felt like you needed to shift gears and change direction, I'm seeing that for you. I'm seeing that your change of direction is actually what's going to bring you to this place of fluidity, this place of flow, this place of being able to make more progress. So yeah, when I look at this Knight of Pentacles and I look at the Two of Wands, what I see here is slow progress. I see that there were plans made, plans laid out, plans that were diligently followed even, but that it did feel maybe like the progress wasn't happening fast enough. The Knight of Pentacles being a card of action. Of course, all the knights are. They're all kind of on a quest, but they have a different way of going about that quest. The Knight of Pentacles is a little bit slower, very diligent, very methodical. Again, this idea of 1, 2, 3, 4, one step, then the next step, then the next logical step. I feel like there is a side of you that's very logical about your approach to life. But I'm seeing that something's opening up for you in terms of maybe feeling a little bit more like you don't have to plan as much. The Two of Wands it always makes me think of plans, well-laid plans too. These are very important plans. These are plans that could have benefited you up until this point. But what I see is that now the universe is kind of taking hold. In this card, it's funny because there's this planet here that reminds me of Saturn, like because of the rings, but this kind of gives me the feeling of the universe kind of making those plans, the universe dictating what happens. So I feel like for you, you've done the work that you need to do. You've done the diligent stuff. You've done the process. You've done the hard work. You've put your head down and gotten the work done. But now there's coming a point where the universe is kind of stepping in. And I feel like the universe might have been trying to pull you in this direction for quite some time. But potentially ideas that you already had in your mind of how this was going to play out, or what the next logical step was for you. Oh, there's different messages coming through. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, I'm seeing this diligent work process. I'm seeing even a lot of hard work here. But I think the universe has something in store for you that's outside of your plan. And what I'm seeing is a blessing bigger than anything you could have planned for. Almost a blessing bigger than anything you could work for, but that the work that you have done is moving you in the right direction. Yeah, let's take a look at this Page of Wands, because what I think is going on for you is that your passions are becoming more a part of the process. I think your passions are taking the lead, and the universe is really encouraging you to let your passions take the lead. Yeah. I see a lot of inspiration for you here in the work that you're doing in particular. There's a lot of inspiration. a lot of wands energy, a lot of fire energy, and this is really what's speeding things up for you. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this could feel like slow progress. Whatever this is in your life, it could have felt like a lot of slow progress for you and a lot of hard work, maybe even more work than you thought you needed to put into something. But it really feels like things moving forward. So you're really going to be blessed in terms of new ideas, new ways of solving problems, new inspiration, a lot of new creative inspiration for you, and a lot of well-laid plans bringing about some really positive change in your life. Yeah, I see you moving to this place of victory. We have the Ace of Pentacles actually under this Six of Swords. And the Three of Cups, celebration. There's a lot of celebration in store for you. I have this feeling of, for a lot of you, this is about like a creative idea for you getting funded. This is what I mean by the universe is taking control in some way for you. So this could be that you've put in a lot of work, but maybe you needed that loan to come through, or you needed somebody to kind of show you the way, or you needed that new opportunity. With the aces, you know, we're moving into this energy of, it's not that anything's guaranteed, but it's almost like somebody's giving you the keys to the kingdom. So it feels a lot like somebody has given you either the money that you need, or the idea that you need, the inspiration, the guidance that you need. It can even be in the form of a lesson that you needed to learn, a process that you need to learn. It feels like this information is coming to you and it's really helping you move on to the next step. And there's something very methodical about this. So it could be that you've been very methodical in nature when it comes to this, like taking the next steps, taking the next appropriate steps. But at this point, it feels like the universe is stepping in a way where you don't have to try as hard, and where things aren't going to move as slowly as it's felt like. But it just seems to me like a lot of spiritual inspiration is pouring through with this Hierophant, but also like you're letting go of a lot of strongholds. You're letting go of the things that may have been holding you back, the things that may have made the progress seem like it was really slow going and maybe kind of tedious. Let's pull some Moonology cards and see what else let's see what blessings are coming through for number 2. I really think that I feel like the work that you do is highly blessed at this time. Yes, we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. We were kind of talking about this Taurus energy here with the Hierophant. So yes, there is a lot of prosperity on the horizon for you. And not only that, this is really pertaining to the work that you do. This could be new opportunities and flexibility. We were talking about potentially accepting a new position, or moving in a new direction, being more flexible about how things are going to play out for you. And that flexibility is really the key to this progress that you're about to make. We have be bold and make the first move with the cardinal moon. Yeah, this idea of you making progress, I think, is really playing into this a lot. I think there is kind of a boldness to whatever steps you're about to take. I think there's been a lot of hard work, but there might also just be this point where you need to kind of take the leap and just go for it. Just go for something. Explore this new idea. Let these new ideas flow to you, because there's a lot of inspiration. I don't know if I I don't think I gave you a close-up of this Hierophant card, but I actually love the way that this is illustrated in this deck, because the Hierophant can talk a lot about spiritual inspiration, about just downloads kind of pouring in. And that's what this card shows to me. This is like this universal power and just sort of downloading this information, downloading these ideas. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. It's like the universe is has been maybe trying to push you in a certain direction, but it's almost like at this point you can really hear that information. You can really receive these downloads, and you're open to receiving this information and acting on it. You're open to letting this information dictate how you move forward, letting this passion flow through you. I really think a lot of you are you're working in a field, or you're exploring a business idea that has a lot to do with your passions. And it's like this is an area of extreme blessings for you at this point. So you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor very, very soon. A lot of hard work has gone into this. The funny part about this is I feel like so much hard work has gone into this for you, but maybe not a lot of payoff. Like, you've done a lot of work, but you might not have seen a lot of the results from the work that you've done. So we have the Temptation card. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Okay, really interesting message. I want to pull another card for you. I feel like with this idea of like making progress and being very methodical about things, I think that there might have been a temptation for you to work harder than you needed to, which might sound a little bit odd, but yeah, I feel like there may have been even an attachment to the way that things were supposed to turn out, or to the idea of the work that you were supposed to do. Let's see. Hidden depths. Okay. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we become free. Okay. I really think that for you guys, you're receiving a lot of spiritual guidance at this time, and it is a huge blessing for you. And it's releasing you from some of the strongholds that may have been actually making things harder for you, holding you back in some way. The idea that things need to go a certain way, that they have to turn out a certain way, that they have to go according to plan. What I'm seeing here is that the universe has a plan that is bigger and is better than the plan that you may have laid out for yourself, and has been trying to guide you in the direction of really fulfilling your true destiny. And I just see that you're actually it's almost like you're actually exposing this, maybe for the first time. Like, you're exposing these new ideas. You're connecting with this greater power in a deeper way, and it's very inspiring to you. You're starting to live out the universe's plan for you, and not so much the plan that you had. And the beauty in that is the universe's plan for you is so much better, and it's so much easier. But you do have to be open to it. You have to be flexible to these new ideas that are being presented to you. It can be tempting. It can be really tempting to fall back on what we know, what comes naturally to us, or what we have done in the past, the way that we've approached things in the past, the methods that we've used in the past. But this is telling me that something that you have worked really hard at is about to pay off, and it's really paying off through the universe, through your guides, your angels, blessing you. So I see material abundance. You also have this new moon in Taurus card, so that is a great sign that a lot of abundance is coming your way. But I really do believe that for a lot of you, this is about the work that you do. This is about injecting some passion into the work that you do. This could even be about kind of loosening up a little bit around the work that you do. It doesn't have to be rigid. It doesn't have to be a structure. And you're seeing that now. So you are going to be incredibly blessed, because this is actually alleviating a lot of stress and a lot of tension, and it's opening up time for you. Like, I feel like you have more time to pursue what you want to pursue, which is just going to be a huge blessing for you. So yes, your blessings are coming in the form of progress, major progress. The universe kind of taking the reins and leading you exactly where you need to go. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you, number 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did enjoy this reading, if any of these messages resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again really soon in another reading. Bye. Hi, number 3, if you were drawn to this gateway card and the number 88, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to find out what blessings are headed your way really soon. So let's start by talking about this gateway card. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire Sacred Destiny Oracle. It's a very beautiful card, and there's a unicorn on it, so how could it not be lovely? But really, this card and unicorns in general, they speak to me about magic. They speak to me about magical things unfolding. So what we have here is kind of the idea that the blessings that are headed your way are, well, I want to say they're big. First of all, these are big, huge blessings, and they are blessings that may seem to come out of nowhere. They may seem to be very unlikely to happen. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this. I feel like you may be blessed in an area or in areas of your life that you have been in kind of a state of disbelief about, like despair, maybe something that you've looked negatively about, or looked at negatively in the past, something that maybe you thought couldn't happen for you. When this gateway card shows up, it tells me that the unimaginable, the unbelievable, the unthinkable is about to happen. I'm actually a little bit surprised about the combination that you got. So you also got the number 88. So 8 is a number of manifestation. For me, it's a number of achievement. It's a number of hard work paying off. And when we turn it into an 88 and we double that energy, it's like supercharging your manifestation. So I think that any manifestations that you have on your work table, this is how it's coming to me. Sounds a little bit strange, but I feel almost like you might have a board or a table. The table is actually kind of just like just imagery that I'm receiving, but I'm actually picking up on, for some of you, you have an actual vision board. But I get this feeling of like a workshop in a way. So you might have several items on the workshop table, several things that you've been looking to manifest, and you may have felt like some of them have stalled out for you, or all of them for some of you. So it might seem like a long shot for you. It might even seem like you don't believe that any blessings are coming your way, but you got the gateway card and the number 88, which is just kind of a sign to me that there's a lot of abundance headed your way. 8s are a number of material abundance. So this can have to do with money coming your way, with business goals being met, but it definitely has to do with your manifestations, whatever you've got on your workshop table, whatever things you're working on in your life, whatever you're trying to bring into your life. It's almost like your fairy godmother has waved a magic wand over them, and you're receiving huge blessings in this area. This is a very powerful combination, and I just can't stress that enough, because I'm actually like, whoa. Like even when the gateway card came out for you, when I shuffled the starting pile, I was like, whoa, pile 3, like you're about to have it going on, and then you got 88. So I'm kind of like I'm a little bit stunned, but I think that that's kind of an indication of the feeling that you're going to have as these blessings start to pour in, because these are things that will stun and surprise you. These are opportunities showing up out of nowhere. These are epiphanies just happening out of the blue, just things making sense to you that never made sense before, answers to questions you could never answer before, doors opening that were previously closed. These are the type of blessings that you're like, you won't believe they have happened when they do. So I want you to think about whatever area of life you may have lost hope in, because that's what this is really speaking to me about. It will seem like magic. This is also an indication, not only of a huge blessing, but also that things are starting to finally make sense to you in certain areas. You are gaining a lot of clarity. You're gaining a deeper spiritual connection. Not only that, the universe is sending you a message that this is really the time to take action on whatever these manifestations are that you want to bring to fruition. This is the time to take action. And the reason is because the universe wants to bless you through your action. So I'm actually seeing that it won't require as much action from you. It just requires some. So it's like every step you take is blessed, almost like a supercharged type of feeling. There's a similar message that came through for pile 2. You might want to check out that pile. This energy is a little bit different to me, but this is talking about kind of blessing the work of your hands. And I think for you, this extends past your actual work, like whatever you do for a living. This feels like a more overarching idea of magic happening in your life in general. So this just feels like, don't give up now is kind of the message. Don't give up on that manifestation now, even if it's taken a long time, even if it's playing out very slowly for you. This is not the time to give up, because this is actually the time that you are receiving that extra boost from the energy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I hope that message was clear. Extra boost from the universe. I kind of have to steer a little bit, because your guides are coming through like loud and interrupting my thought process, saying that if any of you wanted to make a connection with either your spirit guides or passed on loved ones, this is a time where you're going to be able to do that more easily. You're going to be able to communicate. Yeah. It feels like you're able to tap into and almost effortlessly move between the veil is kind of how it's coming through. So spiritual guidance or that connection to a passed on loved one is crucial for you right now, and it's actually a huge blessing, because I think that you're going to be connected in a way that's going to give you a lot of guidance and inspiration as to what your next steps are, or how to bring these manifestations to fruition. But yeah, this is a time for your angels to communicate with you, for your guides to communicate with you, for loved ones to communicate with you. This is you're moving into a time where that is going to become very easy for you, should that be something that you want to pursue. So wow, this is like a sudden burst for you. I do feel like the word epiphany, it just keeps coming to mind. So this might even be that you're having epiphanies and realizations about times that your guides were trying to communicate with you, or a passed on loved one was trying to communicate with you, and it's starting to make sense. Huge blessing. I feel a huge burst of joy around this. I feel like you're going to have this sense of connection and this sense of inspiration based on the information that you're getting. Wow. So yeah, there's a lot. The way that this is coming through so powerfully, I don't know if that's because this is going to seem so abrupt to you, or if it's more a feeling of, I get the feeling of disbelief here. I feel like these blessings that are coming to you are things that you're not going to quite believe. Things working out in a way that you could not have orchestrated yourself. You're going to find yourself saying, that had to be the universe, that had to be God, that had to be the angels, that had to be my guardian angel, or my loved one, because I never could have orchestrated that myself. But these are blessings specifically pertaining to manifestations that you have been working on. Let's look at some tarot. What blessings are coming through for number one? Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, yep. These things are abrupt. This is what I was kind of picking up on. There's this sense of overwhelming joy, shock, and disbelief. So these are maybe manifestations you've given up on, put on hold. What's super key about that is, yes, you almost gave up on this. This is something you've almost given up on, and it might be more than one thing. 8 of Cups energy. Wow, you guys. Number 3. You're giving me the chills. Your energy is giving me the chills. There was a message coming through right from your beginning energy that's really your guide saying, don't give up. Don't walk away from this now. Put in some effort. Like, show us that this is what you want at this point, because it's about to be blessed in a way that's bigger than anything you could have imagined. So your connection to the divine is being strengthened, and your manifestation skills and ability are being strengthened. And some of those manifestations that were put on the back burner didn't look like they were going to happen. You all but gave up. Your guides are saying, no, go back to that. Put your focus there, even if it's the tiniest bit of effort, because we're about to bless it. Whatever it is, we're about to bless it. And I was picking up on this feeling of like, you won't believe it. You will be shocked. You will be in a state of disbelief about this. And it can be very sudden, very abrupt. And then the Tower came out. Wow. I really get the feeling that you guys may have almost given up on this. You may have walked away from this. That might be all of the cards. Let's see. Hierophant coming out. This actually came out for number 2. And like I was saying, there is kind of a similar message here. So yeah, I think you guys may have walked away from something. This could have to do with a relationship. The Death card. The Devil. Six of Pentacles. Okay. And you had actually more cards than I was going to take, but you know me. I always take them. So the Strength card. Absolutely. You guys, oh my goodness. You're about to receive a major gift from the universe. And I think this is happening in a lot of areas of your life. You're about to receive a major gift and a huge transformation. I feel like whatever's coming through for you is about to change you on a deep cellular level, and it might surprise you. It likely will surprise you. But what your guides are saying is, some part of you never gave up on this idea. It could be a relationship that you didn't give up on with the Hierophant here. This is something that you have been highly committed to. This could even be pertaining to a marriage or a very serious commitment in some way. Something that changed you. But I feel like your blessings are actually kind of revolving around a transformation and a change that you have been going through. And it's like you're about to be changed on such a deep level that your manifestations are going to be flowing in effortlessly. If you look at the imagery on this Tower card, you see this lightning bolt that's like striking this person right in the heart. This is what it feels like to me. This is how this change is. It is abrupt. Most of the time I read the Tower energy as something that can be uncomfortable, and that might be the case for you, but I actually don't get that feeling. I feel like you may have already gone through the discomfort of this, because like I'm saying with this 8 of Cups energy, you gave up. This is something that you've given up on. So your biggest blessings are that something that you have given up on, something that you kind of released. I feel like you might have released some attachment to, but now your manifestation is coming in. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. that's a very abundant energy. It's a very luxurious energy. And I feel like a lot is pouring in for you. So, this Six of Pentacles, of course, this can talk about financial abundance. It can even talk about some help or a sudden influx of financial abundance. And that could certainly be the case, because that could be a manifestation that you're working on. This feeling of kind of generosity here that I get from the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is coming from the universe. This is the universe saying, put your hand out. Put your hand out and we're about to bless you. This is you just kind of being open to receiving. And I think this is why the message of like, even the smallest bit of your effort is about to pay off right now. And I think what that means is that small effort is just you putting your hand out and letting the universe bless you, letting the universe drop these Six Pentacles in your hand. Huge transformation. Huge transformation here. Let's look at, do I want to look at here? There's so much. You guys actually got one more card than I was planning on pulling, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of 7 cards. This is a huge amount of change and transformation for you. This is a lot of energy that may have been kind of present for a long time. Things that you have been waiting to come in for you for a long time. Finally, like this finally happening, this finally paying off. I feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot of shadow work and really figuring out what kind of negative thought processes or what kind of situations and circumstances in your life could have been holding you back. And you've done this work. And now you've reached this point where the universe is ready to bless you. And it is just outrageously beautiful what I'm seeing here. Okay, sorry guys, I had to stop recording for a minute. Yeah, but we were looking at these huge major themes that are going on for you with all of the major arcana that showed up. So yeah, I want to talk to you a lot about this transformation that you've been going through, because I feel like for a lot of you, you've really demonstrated a lot of strength and a lot of will when it comes to sticking with some of these manifestations that you wanted to bring into your life, no matter what bumps in the road you hit, no matter what hiccups. It kind of feels like this energy of like you always just kept going, you kept trying. And even if somewhere in the back of your mind you gave up on some of these manifestations, it's like there's a part of you that was holding on to a lot of this. And it's a good thing, because it looks like your blessings are starting to come in now. And like a lot of the shadow work that you've done and a lot of the transformation that you've done, a lot of even the attachments that you've released, or the attachments that you've taken a second look at, this is all showing me that all that's paying off. The Nine of Pentacles energy can talk a lot about hard work that you put in the past paying off, and it can talk a lot about material abundance as well. So this doesn't have to be material abundance, but with the 88, I think for a lot of you, this is tied to material abundance, but this is really just a message of all that hard work, even if it seemed like it went unnoticed, even if it seemed like the work that you were doing wasn't paying off, or you weren't growing or transforming the way that you thought you were. This is all just a huge sign that things were working behind the scenes for you. There was progress being made, whether you realized it or not. And there's a lot of spiritual abundance pouring in for you at this time as well. So really beautiful energy, very powerful energy, a lot of change that I think you're going to navigate very well because of all of the work that you've done. I feel like when these blessings come in, it will be surprising to you. It will be a shock to you, especially if you've waited a long time, but it is not going to, it's not going to be anything that you can't handle. I also feel like a lot of a lot of the knowledge, a lot of the spiritual knowledge, and a lot of the spiritual growth that you've been experiencing, it's almost like you have a place to store that now. Like it makes more sense to you now. We were talking about random epiphanies with this gateway card, and really the Hierophant gives me this feeling too. And it's funny because kind of a similar message, like I was saying, came through with number 2. The imagery here with the Hierophant card, which is really this like this higher spiritual being or this universal being here, almost unloading information onto these 2 individuals here. It feels a lot like your connection is so powerful that you're going to be realizing things. You're going to be awakened to a lot of universal truths, and it's going to start to make sense to you. A lot is going to start to make sense to you, and this could even pertain directly to your manifestation process and some of the things. Oh wow, this is really interesting. I feel like for a lot of you, this is something that just builds and grows. Let's look at this 8 of Cups. Again, I was going to move on to your oracle cards, and then this message is coming through for you. I feel like for a lot of you, these blessings are going to begin with one thing, one manifestation, one thing that you almost gave up on or something you've waited for a long time. And this is really going to snowball. So if you look at the position of these cups, it's almost like this one thing strengthens your belief or makes you understand something on a level that you hadn't before. And then it kind of filters out into these next 3 cups. And you're able to bring in these next manifestations because of what you understood here. And this is going to grow and filter out into these next 4 cups. Like it snowballs. It just keeps growing. I feel like there's going to be some more manifestations kind of added to your list once you see what this process is. But basically, something that you've been working on, especially pertaining to your spiritual growth, to the shadow work you've done, to the personal development that you've done. I feel like a lot of that is going to start to pay off. I think there's a deep transformation that's been brewing in you for a little while now, and you may have seen signs of it. You may have taken steps toward it, but I really feel like there is a huge shift and a big wake up coming for you, and it's really going to impact all areas of your life. Like I'm saying, one lesson leads to you learning more lessons, leads to you being able to implement more of what you've learned. Let's pull some of these Moonology oracle cards. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Emotions are running high. Super Moon. And you actually got another card. You guys are getting a lot of the cards. Like, I was going to pull 2. Bring love into the situation. So, let's pull another one. Why not? Why not? You guys are getting all the cards. So, New Moon and Aquarius here. Let's talk about some of this. We've got Scorpio energy on the table. We've got Capricorn energy. We've got Leo energy here. It's funny, this emotions are running high with the 8 of Cups. I feel like that's kind of a reiteration of this message. I feel like there's a lot of emotional energy. A lot of these manifestations that you've been wanting to bring in may be things that you were highly emotional about, but it almost feels to me like you gained control over your emotions in some way. You could have even suppressed your emotions in some way, kind of utilizing your strength, your willpower, instead of kind of giving into those emotions. So this feels like a time where you're able to tap into your emotions and you're able to let your emotions lead a little bit. You keep getting a lot of cards falling out, and I'm looking for one more. Spirit, please, one more for number 3. It's interesting. It's like now they don't want to talk unless they are sending all the messages at once. So let's see if we can get you one more card. If not, that's fine. Oh, that might have been it. There we go. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. And we're talking about emotions, and we get this watery Cancer energy. So yeah, a lot of you, this is about an emotional issue. This could be about a romantic connection or some kind of connection that involves your emotions and the need for this love that bring love into the situation. So yeah, this could have to do with love of another. This could have to do with self-love, because I see a lot of growth here for you. So there's major transformation that I feel like you've already been kind of on this journey. But what it feels like to me is something is about to click for you. And it kind of seems like this isn't necessarily one blessing, but if I had to sum it up, I would say the most important blessing is that something's about to click, and that the universe is about to wave like a magical wand over a situation for you. And that one burst of inspiration, that one realization is about to open major doors for you, because it's going to show you that this is possible. It's going to show you exactly what is possible. And I think your manifestation game is about to speed up exponentially. Let's see. One more time. Let's see what other messages we have for you. We have for number 3, what blessings or advice, guidance, whatever you have for number 3. Let's see. Oh, I did want to talk about the South Node card. Don't let the past hold you back. I feel like this this is another message from your guides that, like, even if these manifestations haven't seemed like they have played out, even if you thought you needed to walk away from this situation, you needed to look for a different way, kind of go around the situation in some cases, this is kind of like a message to maybe revisit some of these old ideas and to not let what has played out in the past dictate how you're moving forward. So we have purity. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. We have that that unicorn imagery again. This is a highly connected spiritual situation that you're moving into. This brings me to the third eye. So this is like you developing your third eye. This is potentially even some sort of clairvoyance coming in for you, but definitely a deeper spiritual connection. This white unicorn keeps showing up for you. This might have something to do with imagery or messages that you've already been receiving. So this card says, always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. So again, I feel like there is a message about using your intuition here. I think your intuitive nature is about to really come to the surface, and a lot of the work that you've put in to develop this is about to pay off in a way that you can recognize. I feel like this has been paying off beneath the surface for a lot of you, but you might not have seen exactly the movement or the progress that you were looking for, and it's like you're going to be seeing that now. I really apologize for this mess of cards here, but that's just kind of how this reading is going, so just let it flow. What else do you have for number 3? I'm so curious if some of you have like received some messages, or if you have been seeing a lot of unicorn imagery or been drawn to unicorns. Yeah, because this is just coming up for you repeatedly. Let's see if we can get you another card. Abundance, yeah. 88. 88 just means abundance, and then you get the abundance card. So yeah, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So yes, I feel like this is a really exciting time for you guys. I feel like something's about to click. Something's about to move forward. even something that seems so unlikely, something you gave up on, something that maybe you got bad news about before, you're about to be blessed. You're about to just have this work out for you in a way that it's like there's no question. You're going to be like, thank you, universe. Thank you. Thank you for orchestrating that. Thank you for putting those pieces in place for me, and it's just gonna start to move. So yeah, there's so much abundance coming your way. Six of Pentacles energy, so much abundance coming your way in terms of finances, in terms of clarity, in terms of spiritual connection. These are the main points for you. So yeah, don't let any of what has gone on in the past hold you back from believing in what's about to happen for you in the future. Because your strength, your willpower, your determination is about to show you that it was all worth it. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Number 3, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye! Hi, number 4, if you were drawn to this freedom card and the number 777, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what blessings are headed your way very soon. So let's talk about this, because as soon as I shuffled this card out for you and when I tapped into this energy, this feeling of absolute relief just washed over me. This is the feeling of you breaking free from something. Something that's felt like a burden to you, something that's felt like it was holding you back, something that was causing you a lot of worry or anxiety. You're breaking free from that. It feels like you're about to set off on some kind of new journey. And like I was saying, it's like, it's like this feeling of relief. It's like a feeling of release of tension, a feeling of ease. And almost like you're gliding, like the birds that are on this card. It's this feeling of gliding, of soaring, of flying high. I feel like something that may have felt a little bit oppressive to you is about to be lifted. And it might just be one area of a particular topic. So it doesn't have to be the entire thing was oppressive, but there could have been one part of a relationship or of a circumstance in your life that felt oppressive, that felt heavy, that felt like it wasn't easy to navigate. What I love about this is you got 777, which is a lucky number. This is my sign for total luck. It is a reward for your efforts, but it's also sometimes just luck out of nowhere. So this might be something just falling into place for you. This is like just being in the right place at the right time. This is like just having that brilliant idea at the right time, or speaking up at the right time, making the connection with the right person. It feels like you finding alignment and getting into a place of you being able to receive your blessings. This is overall a great feeling of happiness. I just feel really happy looking at all of this. It's a sign that wonderful things are about to happen for you. So I think that something lucky, I feel like a lucky break is headed your way, and this thing is going to open up a lot of freedom in your life. It's going to make you feel free. It's going to make you feel like you have options, like you have choices. This could be that you feel free because you're making a certain amount of money. This could be you breaking out of a situation that felt like it was holding you back, holding you down. This could be new opportunities presenting themselves to you. So we're going to look at your tarot and see what's going on. But overall, I think so far I'm getting this feeling that a lot of joy is headed your way, and that a lot of luck is on your side. So this might even be a time, this isn't something I would typically say, but like if you've already had the feeling that you might want to take a chance on something, or you might want to like maybe play the lottery or something like that. 777 always gives me that feeling of like, let's see what happens, and luck is on your side. So if you felt called to do something that you felt like requires luck, like it's not really about skill, it's not really about knowledge, it's just about luck, who's gonna get picked, who will be chosen, you know, something like that. I feel like you're blessed in this area. So you're coming up on a time where Lady Luck is just on your side. Let's move these off to the side and see what we have with the tarot. There's kind of a message coming through for some of you. This could be, if this is related to your job, I feel like there's some kind of lucky break happening. This could even be that you're set free from a work situation that you were not happy with, and it all seems to happen by chance, by complete luck. So like an opportunity presenting itself to you, a position opening up, space opening up for you, that's just like, whoa, that was so lucky, or you're just you happen to be in the right place at the right time to receive this. But this is something that's definitely going to make you feel free. So we're starting out with the Nine of Swords. I'm seeing why you have this Freedom card, why this card came out for you when I shuffled for pile 4, because it feels like something might have caused a lot of worry, stress, anxiety, maybe kept you up at night. And you're releasing that. Yeah, definitely releasing that. Oh, wow. Okay. The Sun, the Four of Wands. Let's see. Queen of Wands. This has to do with a relationship for a lot of you. You're being set free from some kind of relationship or attachment that seems to be kind of a source of heartbreak for you. But this is going to be a huge blessing for you to let go of whatever this is that's holding you back, whatever's causing you all of the stress or anxiety. I'm looking for one more card, Spirit. One more card. The funny part about this is I'm actually picking up on the fact that a lot of you maybe have felt unlucky. And if this is having to do with love, it feels like you might have felt unlucky in love a lot of times. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to take that card. Let's see about this. Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay. It's funny because I had this feeling of immense freedom, of being able to take a deep breath, of feeling relieved about something and feeling like something just kind of worked out, a lucky break in some way. And here I'm seeing past energy of a lot of worry, a lot of doubt, a lot of heartbreak. And this is something that you are letting go of. So I'm understanding now why I had such a feeling of relief when I saw the Freedom card, and how it felt like there was just this stroke of good luck, because I'm seeing a lot of disappointment for you in the past. So there's something that hasn't really worked out, something that's caused a lot of stress and anxiety. And I don't want you to focus on that anymore, because what's happening here, what I'm seeing here is that you're moving to a place of self-worth. You're moving to a place where those things that don't fit with you anymore, that don't feel right in your soul anymore, you're not interested in them. And what we have in the center of your reading is the Sun. We have the Four of Wands. So a lot of brightness, a lot of lightness, a lot of happiness. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of this beautiful energy seems to come in by chance, by complete luck. It seems like a stroke of good luck, like I was saying. And especially if this is an area where you felt like you're unlucky, or like something has plagued you, something has worried you, or like you're always kind of finding yourself in this position of feeling sad or feeling down or feeling disappointed about something. This is like you moving into a place of a lot of joy instead of this feeling of disappointment. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this blessing has to do with something in particular that you have felt disappointed around, and this is turning around for you. I'm seeing a sense of celebration with this Four of Wands. I'm seeing joy. The interesting part is I have the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands, and both of these cards are an indication to me of like something from your past, like a blessing pertaining to something from your past, something from your home, like your hometown, or returning home. So this could be a celebration that has to do with returning home. This can also talk a lot about family, a lot about connections, lifelong connections, childhood connections, things like that being a huge blessing to you. But I am seeing you leaving a lot of sorrow, a lot of disappointment, a lot of worry in the past, and moving into this sense of feeling free and of celebrating. So the Queen of Wands is someone who absolutely knows her worth, someone who knows how to celebrate, how to enjoy the brighter things in life. We have Leo energy here with the Sun, and then we have all fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Queen of Wands. So you may be a fire sign. This could be an indication that you're moving into a place of more self-worth. You're able to value yourself on a level that I think like you haven't experienced before, and it's creating so much freedom for you. It's creating so many possibilities for you. It's allowing you to leave the heavier stuff behind, which is really, really beautiful energy. What I want to talk to you about really has to do with this Sun energy, because I feel like this is the energy that you're moving into. This is an energy of positivity. So for a lot of you, leaving behind negative mindsets, it's like you are finding this positive, happy place. And it feels to me like this is a place where you're going to reside. And this positive, happy place is bringing in deeper connections for you. It's bringing in some cases, love, a very deep connected love. And I feel like what's happening is you're able to sort through what you want and what you no longer want. And that's what this Four of Cups energy is. It's like, I almost have this feeling of like been there, done that. So this is really a mindset change. I get this feeling of like you being able to release a lot and being able to do it with a lot of ease and just move into this positive place. So it's like becoming easier for you to release what is not serving you, what no longer interests you, and you're moving into this place of positivity, in this place of joyfulness. I feel like the reason that that's happening is because there's almost this epiphany of like, been there, done that. Like you've already experienced that. You've had that experience. You've cried those tears. You've had that pain. And there comes a point where it's like you're choosing that you're going to move into this more positive place, and you're actually finding a lot of ease doing that. 777, lucky number. So it almost feels to me like just the ease of which you're going to be able to move into this positive place is it's a little bit, I feel like it might be a little bit surprising to you, especially if you've been stuck in these areas, but it just feels like it flows. It flows so naturally. So I think a lot of this has to do too with you. Gosh, I just keep hearing the word radiate. It's like you're radiating this this light, this glow. And there's something very attractive about this. So I feel like everything that you touch um, coming up in this period where you're receiving these blessings, it's like everything you touch turns to gold. You're really in this Sun and this Queen of Wands energy. You're really in this place of brightness. So you're very attractive. And I feel like that's part of what this luck is, because there's this sense of luck following you, which I find so interesting, because I really get the feeling that you may have times where you feel like you're unlucky, like things don't work out for you, or like you're finding yourself in this place of sorrow, or like, you know, things just aren't panning out for you. But it's like something is shifting for you, and you're moving into this it's like a stroke of good luck, and you're able to build upon it. So you're really starting to see yourself for who you are. You're really starting to shine. You're starting to glow. You're starting to radiate positivity. That might be part of what this huge blessing is, and what gives you this sense of freedom. It might be really a shift in mindset. It's like you're able to implement some of these positive thoughts and affirmations that you may have been working with. You're able to really embody that, and that's a huge blessing, because everything that you do, everything that you touch, everywhere that you go, you're going to be radiating this beautiful magnetic energy. And this comes from a place of self-worth. This comes from a place of inner joy and inner peace, and I think that's what's making you feel so free. So I do see you moving into this place of not accepting less than what you think you deserve, and this seems to come really easily to you now. Like, I think sometimes you may have tried to be patient with others, or tried to be understanding with others, but yeah, with that sense of been there, done that, it's I just feel you like releasing yourself from anything that was kind of holding on to you, anything that was keeping you from soaring. And now you're able to fly high. You are able to integrate all of the lessons that you've learned. You're able to integrate the heartbreak, the disappointments, the sorrow, and it's like you're integrating all of that into this beautiful person that you're becoming. And it really is a blessing, because everything that you're doing going forward is going to be infused with this really strong sense of self. It's going to be infused with this joy that you found in spite of any difficulties that you have faced. And there's a real sense of freedom here. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting a message about financial freedom tying into this for some of you, so it really could have to do with that. It's funny because for each of the readings, there's a lot of messages about finances. So this could have something to do with you really stepping into this true essence of yourself, stepping into this Queen of Wands energy, and that somehow bolstering your income, or your income producing abilities. I do really see a strong connection here for a lot of you. The Four of Wands is not only like a homecoming card for me, but it's also a marriage card for me. So it doesn't have to be an official marriage, a ceremony, although that really could be something that is in the works for you. But this is about deep connection and deep commitment. And with this Queen of Wands energy and with this Sun energy, I feel like this can be a deep connection and commitment to the self. And this is what is shaping everything else that you're doing. You're looking at the world through brand new eyes. You're looking at the world from a place of freedom, a place of growth and expansion. So this is you letting go of things that may have held you back in the past, saying no to things that don't serve you, that aren't going to serve your future. And I'm telling you, like, the feeling I got from this is such a sense of relief when you figure out how to let go of the things that are not serving you, the things that keep putting you back into this Nine of Swords energy. You're releasing those things with so much ease. I feel like with this lucky number idea that some of you might receive help or guidance in releasing these things. You might stumble across information that helps you to do that. There might be a course, a video, a book, something like that that really impacts your ability to step into this energy. But I feel like you're putting yourself first on a level that you maybe have not experienced before, and the amount of joy that that brings you is just blessing your entire life. There's so much joyfulness around this Queen of Wands energy. Oh, these sunflowers are really standing out to me. I really sense some huge blessings coming your way in terms of your thought process, your self-image, your self-worth. And that is going to be dictating and flowing into a lot of areas of your life. You're releasing old baggage. You're doing it so easily and effortlessly. That's what's crazy about it, is it feels like it's huge transformation, but like it's just showing up at the right time somehow. It's just showing up right at the right time where you're able to go through this transformation so easily, and you're able to just say no to what isn't working for you anymore. It's like you just release it so effortlessly. You're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Oh my gosh. I feel like for you guys, this has so much to do with this sense of self-worth, and this, like, whatever you're manifesting, whatever you've been trying to draw into your life. A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. So strong Aries energy here. We were dealing with a lot of fire energy with the Queen of Wands and with the Sun, and this could be kind of another indication and confirmation of that. There's a lot of fiery energy around you. I feel like some of that sense of luck is kind of a fiery energy for me. So it might be something where you're kind of just taking a chance. You're just putting yourself out there. You're just really stepping into this this fiery energy, and in some cases really stepping into the spotlight with this Leo, like strong Leo vibes here. And it's just making for a lot of change, a lot of like rapid change, a lot of good change. And if this has to do with a relationship coming in for you, it is a passionate one. It is something very, very, very passionate, and it feels like you're so close to this coming in for you. Let me pull some more oracle cards. Okay, I feel like this is interesting. This is really interesting because I feel like whatever might be holding you back or felt like it held you back. Yeah, I'm trying to decipher this message. I feel like this is, it's anxiety for some of you, and for others it's something else that I'm trying to put my finger on. It is kind of a feeling, it might be a particular topic that you've been kind of anxious about. And a huge blessing that's coming up for you is relief from this anxiety that you've been facing, or this thing that you've been worrying about. And what I'm seeing here is that it seems to work out by chance. It seems to work out beautifully. A big problem that you thought you were going to have to sort through, something you thought you were going to have to figure out on your own, or that you didn't know how you were going to figure out, is going to figure itself out. And it's just giving you this huge sense of relief when this problem figures itself out. We have stargazing coming out for you. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. That could be it. That could be it. This could be an intuitive hit that you get about something, and it clears things up for you. It solves a problem for you. I feel like something may have been feeling like it's keeping you like stuck in the past. It's keeping you in this feeling of worry and doubt and disappointment. And there is some guidance here to kind of look to the stars and to use your intuition. So I think something with your intuition is going to be opening gates for you, opening doors for you. And we have the abundance card. I feel like this came out in one of the other readings. This says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. Yes, in fairyland and human land, there's enough abundance for everyone. This card did come out in one of the other readings. And yeah, I get a different message for you though, because what's really jumping out is release any mental blocks you may have. And this Nine of Swords energy to me is all about mental blocks, and they're not mental blocks that you put there on purpose. Of course, they're not mental blocks that you want to have, but it really has to do with past experiences, things you may be worrying about, things that did not work out for you, things that you're disappointed about, things you have regret about. And this is about really releasing that, because there's so much abundance here for you. There's so much positivity here for you. You're about to be blessed in a really major way with this sun energy. It feels like positivity just pouring in for you in a way that feels very lucky, very much by chance. And that's okay. That's okay. You've done the work, and now it's time for the universe to bless you, to do some of that work. I feel like pulling one more of these fairy cards for you. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Protection. Oh my gosh. Yes. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Yes, I feel like there is kind of a sense of protection here, and there's a sense of just guidance here, because it's like it kind of gives me Wheel of Fortune vibes, which I feel like in reading one, the Wheel of Fortune was on the table, and it's not present here, but that 777, it just feels like luck. It just feels like things moving in your favor, the wheel turning in your favor, someone picking your name out of a hat, someone picking your number, something like that, an opportunity presenting itself out of nowhere. And I feel like you guys are divinely protected, and that there's this sense of guidance that has kind of been getting you through maybe some of the more difficult times, and now it's time for you to reap those rewards. Now it's time for you to step into this place of glow and of spotlight. And it's like you have so much help doing that, and you have so much intuition helping you along the way too. Like it's like you know what's right for you, and now things are starting to play out. But there's so much abundance here for you, and there's so much self-love and self-worth that you're about to discover, and it's really going to be the paintbrush that you paint your destiny with. So you're entering this time of really, really owning it. And I don't even know what that means, because I don't know what it means for you, but it just feels like you're really owning it. You're owning yourself. You're owning your abilities. You're owning your gifts. You're owning your experiences that have gotten you this far, what has led you to this point. You're owning all of that. And you're magnetic because of it. And this might even be why this luck comes in, because you're actually magnetic. You're actually attracting this stuff to you. You're actually so abundant that it might not be luck, but it will seem like luck because you're just attracting all of this to you. So, whoa, this is actually kind of crazy because I do, with this gibbous moon, I do feel like you guys are very, very close to recognizing your self-worth, and it's just going to be the biggest blessing in the world. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Number 4, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!